This is Arcadia on the River, and we are a luxury living community. We are known for our awesome amenities that we have here, additional to our luxury style cottages. Be sure to come visit us and meet the Arcadia family. We look forward to seeing you soon. Bye guys.
Hello and welcome to GC360, where news comes full circle. I'm Zaria Golston.
And I'm Ryan Bauman, bringing you news from the Georgia College campus all across the Milledgeville community. Coming up on GC360. Night owls, listen up. You won't be exercising at the rec center anymore.
And transportation, a pressing need in the Milledgeville community. A company is working to bridge the gap. The city of Milledgeville has no public transportation system, but there is an alternative, after a fashion. GC360 reporter Doug Keim has the story.
Residents of Milledgeville have struggled without public transportation. It has caused difficulties in getting to jobs, schools, and other places around the city. 2 weeks ago, GC360 reporter Saskia Lindsay discussed the problem with local residents, discovering that it also creates dangerous situations on the road.
And people walking, people getting killed on the side of the roads from the walking and all that. Yeah, it's a problem.
So people have gotten killed by walking.
While the city does not have any plans to develop public transportation in the near future, a local charter service is trying to step in.
Anybody who has a need to get from point A to point B, our goal is to connect people to their destinations.
The company is called Voyage of Hope, and it is run by Reverend Tony Fraley and CEO Lisa Shinholster. It started in 1992 as a nonprofit service for high school students looking to visit out-of-state colleges. It has grown into a business, operating a fleet of vans and buses for anyone who may need a lift.
It's always been about what can we do to make our community better. Yeah. It's not like we make a lot of money, but we do well enough to keep the doors open and to serve the needs of our customers. And we want to do that with excellence, with high quality, and be safe in what we do.
Fraley and Shinholster hope to expand the service into a more localized transportation provider for people in Milledgeville.
One day we hope to have it so that we can give the poverty areas or stricken people vouchers so that we can go through and serve the north, south, east, and west part of town to drop them off at certain places that they need to go.
Fraley and Shinholster say a transportation system will help connect the city of Milledgeville and reduce the hazards.
It will make them safer because there's less cars on the road, especially when we say senior citizen, or even when we transport the students from Georgia College. Sometimes they have their big events and there'll be 7 or 8 charter buses, and we participate in that, and that certainly make it safer than having 15, 20, 30 cars of young people going to a gathering.
Voyage of Hope has run into some roadblocks along the way, most of them due to a lack of resources.
We do have a plan that we have shared with some of the county commissioners. We don't have the adequate resources right now to bring that plan into reality.
Despite this setback, Voyage of Hope still hopes to expand the business in years to come. For GC360, I'm Doug Keim.
Georgia College's Wellness and Recreation Center has recently shortened its operating hours. The facility now closes at 10 p.m. instead of midnight. The rec center also is now requiring faculty to have a paid membership to use the outdoor pool at the Centennial Center. Previously, faculty were able to use the pool for free. Rec Center Director Bert Rosenberger says the reduction in hours was a response to low attendance late at nights after intramural season ended, as intramural teams practicing made up the majority of late-night visitors. He says operating hours were expanded at the beginning of the spring semester with no budget increase and now are exactly the same as last semester. He also says the Centennial Pool was not technically part of the Rec Center until this semester, and it is Rec Center policy that faculty must pay for a membership to use any of the facilities and equipment, pool included. Coming up after the break,
We're moving to a special GC360 feature, our Spanish segment. Our anchors Isabella and Aaliyah will cover diversity and inclusion at Georgia College from the standpoint of students and administrators. You'll want to stick around for that.
At the Grove, and we are located directly across the street from the Georgia College dorms, which is within walking distance from the campus. We offer 2 and 3 bedroom apartments here. We have 2 resort-style pools, a 24-hour fitness center. So just take a short stroll across the street from Georgia College and come check us out.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun? Can you feel the sun?
Bienvenidos al segmento especial de GC360, las noticias en español. Soy Isabela Echeverría.
Y soy Aaliyah Barnwell.
El tema de esta semana es diversidad e inclusión en Georgia College. Nuestro equipo habló con administradores y estudiantes sobre los problemas que enfrenta nuestra universidad.
In 2014, Georgia College implemented a diversity action plan. The plan has 4 key goals. Increase access for and retention of underrepresented groups of students, enhance diversity in the curriculum in faculty and staff, professional development and research, create an inclusive environment on campus, and enhance diversity within faculty, staff, and administration. Diversity is defined broadly and not in just terms of race or ethnicity.
Our definition extends beyond that to gender, to varying abilities, to socioeconomic status, to geographic location, nation of origin. So there's a very broad definition of diversity.
Dean of Students, Dr. Andy Luther, works closely with Dr. Womack and says the university takes diversity and inclusion seriously.
At Georgia College, we care deeply about the diversity of our student body and about the culture that we're creating on campus. It's actually part of our new strategic plan, has some of the same items that are in the Diversity Action Plan have now made their way into the strategic plan for Georgia College as we move forward.
Of the many things that make up diversity and inclusion at Georgia College, the racial and ethnic composition of the student body is undeniably important. On this score, the numbers then indicate significant progress in the 4 years the Diversity Action Plan has been in place. In the spring of 2014, according to the university system data, Georgia College was 82.8% white, 7.8% African American, 4.8% Hispanic, and 1.8% Asian. In the spring of 2018, the figures were 81.3% white, 8.3% African American, 5.3% Hispanic, and 1.7% Asian. By contrast, U.S. Census figures showed that in 2017, Georgia was 61% white, 32% African American, 9.4% Hispanic, and 4.1% Asian. Drs. Womack and Luther declined to comment specifically about why, 4 years after the Diversity Action Plan was implemented, the percentages of minority students at Georgia College has not significantly increased.
The numbers of applicants who are from underrepresented groups have increased. However, we have still had a great difficulty in closing the deal.
Administrators are vocal about efforts to improve the campus climate around diversity.
Some educational items to help teach things like respect, which is a cornerstone of Georgia College, and to also create some environments, some opportunities for students to gather, to have meaningful dialogue around issues of diversity, and look for ways to infuse that into the classroom also.
Dr. Womack emphasizes the big picture.
I think it's very, very important for us to understand that having diverse faculty and students on campus is a goal that most of your universities in the country have at this point, and Georgia College has to equip itself in order to be competitive. So that means in terms of bringing students on campus, having the scholarships to be competitive with other institutions who are also wanting those high achieving students, as well as having a climate that is conducive to those students wanting to come here and stay here.
I'm Isabela Echeverría.
Gracias Isabela por ese reportaje. Después de hablar con miembros de la administración acerca de diversidad, nuestra reportera de GC360, Hannah Kirk, habló con algunos estudiantes sobre el ambiente en Georgia College.
Georgia College has many programs, organizations, and opportunities for students to create an inclusive environment. But even with these opportunities, some student leaders feel that more work is needed. I spoke with the Vice President of the Black Student Alliance, Erin Malone.
They did create the Diversity Action Plan, as we all know, years ago, and it's actually supposed to end in 2019, which is right around the corner. And they have given out lists and lists of the things that they actually have done to help, but they're not really hitting the major milestones that have been set in that Diversity Action Plan.
I also spoke with the SGA President-elect, Amelia Lord, about what she thinks the university has done to work to create a more diverse campus.
So diversity on campus is not something that's going to change overnight. I think Georgia College has really taken great steps with moving the Cultural Center into the hub, making that a central location.
With the Diversity Action Plan getting close to its end, members in the Black Student Alliance and others on campus are prepared to hold the university accountable for what happens after it expires.
Recently, Dr. Denard, the Associate Provost, Dr. Luter, and Dr. Womack have written Black Student Alliance personally a letter in response to our meetings and forums and things like that. It's pretty lengthy, it's about 28 pages. We're working on getting through it, but we will definitely be responding to them before the year is out. They're providing us with their insight and information of how they can make Georgia College better. And so they're asking us more questions and we're gonna ask them right back. So we are working on making sure that there will be a concrete implementation of diversity, because we don't want this to just be a diversity action plan specifically. We want to make sure that this is like a university action plan.
One thing most students agree on is creating unity around our campus.
We won't be successful until I think we're pretty representative of the areas around us. But one thing that really I want to see a larger step towards is unity. That comes all the way down from the students, all the way up to the president's cabinet. That student government can work hand in hand with administration, making sure that we all together have the same idea.
No, this is a university issue because we're all Bobcats, we're all in the same community. So we need to work on it together. It can't just be one group doing this, one group doing that. There has to be unity. I mean, Lincoln said, like, a house divided cannot stand. And so if we're not together and deciding what we want to do, then we're not going to get anywhere.
For GC360, I'm Hannah Kirk.
Y ese fue nuestro reportaje sobre diversidad en Georgia College. Soy Isabela Echeverría.
Y soy Aaliyah Barnwell.
Y pasemos a Steven y Avery para ver qué está pasando en los deportes.
Thanks, Lee and Isabella.
Up next with sports.
We'll cover a special Bobcat win for softball, and we'll be back after the break.
Every student wants housing less than 2 blocks from campus, so join your friends at Prospect. We offer a state-of-the-art pool, study room, fitness center, and coffee bar. Availability is limited, and we offer roommate matching, so call us today. Schedule a tour, come visit, and check out your future home.
Get caught buzzed driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Welcome back to GC360. I'm Stephen Walters.
And I'm Avery Roach.
And we're here to bring you all you need to know about sports in the Milledgeville community.
The Georgia College softball team faced Columbus State on Senior Day on April 28th. They came into the game tied with their cross-state rivals for the second spot in the conference. The Bobcats took down the Cougars 4-2 in the game, won and needed to win Game 2. The Cougars went down 1-2-3 in the top half of the first. In the bottom half of the first, Haley Howell up with Holland Coursey on first, and she doubles right center field. Coursey would score from first to give the Bobcats an early 1-0 lead. Moving on to the top of the sixth, Columbus State leading 3-2. Kia Smith up for the Cougars, and she hits a ball over the head of Holland Coursey in left field. Keely Waugh coming around. The relay by Amber Coy, but it's too late as Columbus State tacks on an insurance run. In the bottom of the sixth, runner on second for Hannah Coursey, and she hits a ball deep to right center field. And that one leaves the yard for Coursey's third home run of the year, a 2-run shot to tie the game at 4. This game would move to extras. In the bottom of the eighth, Sarah Couch on second representing the winning run. Hannah Coursey sends a line drive to right field, Couch coming around but will be thrown out at home by a strong throw by JoJo Bayer. The Bobcats will not score in the inning. But in the bottom of the ninth, bases loaded for Holland Coursey, and she would blow up a single over the drawn-in infield, scoring Jessica Hales to win the game for the Bobcats. The win gives the Bobcats the second seed heading into the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. They will face number 7 seeded Augusta University this Friday at 11 o'clock. The University of North Georgia will host the tournament.
The baseball team clinched the Peach Belt Conference regular season championship a week and a half ago, and joining us today is Garrett Green. Garrett, thank you for coming on the show today.
Awesome, man. Glad to be here.
So what was it like being able to clinch that top spot so early in the season?
It was a great feeling for us. You know, all our hard work for the whole season felt like it kind of paid off winning that big Sunday game at Augusta. Got to give a lot of credit to all the coaches and our players. We worked really hard all year, beginning in the fall, really. From the time we all stepped on campus, we had one goal in mind, and we knew if we took care of business, we could possibly clinch in that Augusta series, possibly even Columbus State the following weekend. But we took care of business in a timely fashion. It was exciting.
Now, I know you've been here for 3 years. What makes this team different and so special compared to teams in the past couple of years?
Man, we've had some incredible teams over the years. I've been blessed enough to be a part of all those special teams. This year, we've got a group of a bunch of different people, experienced players, freshmen, transfers. There've been a lot of different programs around the country, and we kind of just put all that together into one. Our coaching staff's done an excellent job of kind of knowing our personnel and bringing everybody together. But since the fall, we've just meshed as a team. You know, family, the word family is not just a word we toss around lightly in our culture of our program. We spend a great deal of time together. We all, you know, go out to dinner together, eat together, do things together, and that trust part of the game is huge for us. And we've really come together as a team, and it's shown.
And speaking of a successful year, I mean, you're hitting .408 right now. What's really clicked for you this year?
I got to probably start off with my summer. I decided, me and the coaches sat down after last season and decided that working out full time over the summer was probably the best option for me. Needed to get a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, a little bit better overall at my game. So I spent the summer really working hard in the weight room, and I feel like I'm a little bit more stronger this year. I kind of, with that experience, I know kind of how other teams are going to pitch me this year. Just being in the league helps you, obviously, year by year. But really just the confidence, not trying to do too much, knowing who I am. We've got an incredible order, 1 through 9. Me hitting normally, you know, 6th, 7th, or 8th, or even 9th. I've got tons of good hitters in front of me and tons of great hitters behind me. So just knowing my role, trusting that the guys behind me are going to drive me in. So, you know, for me, I just try to get on base and let the team roll and keep doing this thing.
Now walk me through, when you're getting in the box, where do you like to stand in the box first?
For me, I know a lot of guys love to stand. I don't know if the camera can see it. You know, if this was a plate, a lot of guys love to stand in the back of the box. For me personally, I'm a big middle of the box guy. Kind of like my, you know, my midsection, my belly button to be kind of right over the middle of the plate. That's just for me, kind of where I feel comfortable in the box. But you know, as far as pre-pitch things, you know, I stand in the box. I like to tap the plate, tap the back, and then the front, and then I like to give a pre-pitch prep, you know, kind of 1 or 2, just depending on how fast the pitcher works. Up the middle, because my approach is middle. Everything I'm trying to do is stay on time to hit the ball to the big parts of the field. You know, we have 2 big Kurtz and Reiner Hall of Famer signs on our light poles. So I try to keep my approach in the middle of the field and hope I'm on time, and that's the goal, is to get in there and get on time and, you know, get on base.
Now I know each pitcher is different. Do you look for a particular thing from each pitcher to, you know, to get your timing down?
I do. You know, hitting at the bottom of the order a lot helps with that. I get to study the pitcher for the first, you know, 6 or 7 batters most of the time. You know, so I'll sit in the dugout the first inning, study what he does. Does he work fast? Is his arm angle different? You know, is he lefty or righty? Just certain cues that I can pick up on that will help my timing. But that's really it. Just trying to study the game best I can before I get in the box to best prepare myself.
And as far as your preparation, you know, during the week before a game, what are some drills that you like to go through to get yourself prepared?
Preparation is a huge key for really our whole team, and I got to credit a lot of our success as a team to preparation, because we just pride ourselves on preparing the right way, not taking pitches off, whether that's in practice, the game, at school, you know, just doing everything you can to just be, you know, ready for the day, which is really credit us. But for me personally, I'm a big stretch guy. I love to get out in the field early, stretch, do a lot of stretching. My body's tight. I do a lot of stretching. It's really just, I don't know, I just, what works for that day, what I need for that day, like to get a good pregame meal in and just get out there. I'm a little bit superstitious, you know, a lot of baseball players are, but I don't know, just whatever I feel like I need for that day, I'll get out and do.
Awesome. Well, Garrett, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank y'all for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
And that's all for sports for the spring semester. Stephen and I have really enjoyed our time as sports anchors, but make sure to catch GC360 next semester for all of your local sports news. Up next, the entertainment segment with Harley and Jai. And later, Adrian will give us the details about a monthly event designed to share important skills. Thank you.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Hello everyone, welcome back to GC360. I'm Jai Fitzgerald.
And I'm Harley Pope, and we are here to tell you all about the latest events. As we all know, finals are quickly approaching, so we have a quick checklist for you guys to help you succeed.
Let's see if it's going to show. Oh, there it is right behind us, you know, Bobcat colors. Number 1, don't stress yourself out. Remember, in the end, that this is just a test and it isn't the end of the world.
Number 2, get plenty of rest. Studies show that you have a better chance at passing the test if you get a better night's rest the night before. So no all-nighters, it's better to sleep.
I agree, Harley. Number 3, don't skip breakfast. We're always hungry, so eat. Chances are you'll remember the information more on a full stomach.
And number 4, lastly, study in intervals. Either use flashcards, brainstorming, 10 minutes of studying, and make sure you take healthy breaks in between. It always helps a lot just to get that mental stability back in order.
Exactly. You guys got this. You got this, Bobcats. Good luck on finals week. Maybe you'll even see us at midnight breakfast.
Midnight breakfast.
On Monday.
Yum. That I forgot. Thanks for reminding me.
Yes.
This past Friday on May 8th, Marvel released Avengers Infinity Wars.
Yes.
Let me tell you, this movie featured 20 of the Avengers seen thus far. The list included the portrayal by Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man, Chris Evans' version of Captain America, and even the new addition, Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther. And according to Disney, this movie has grossed an estimated of $640.9 million at the world box office. This was, in fact, the biggest opening weekend of any movie, surpassing Star Wars back in 2015. It was The Force Awakens, I believe. And also, it's to date made $800 million, and it hasn't even been released in China yet. So this is probably going to break absolute records.
I think so.
And critics have given this movie a score of 84%, and that's on Rotten Tomatoes.
84, so. That's
84,
it?
So
10 out of 10 for me. Just saying.
Absolutely. This is highly recommended, this movie.
Yes, I love it. And it's also said that Marvel is set to release the next installment of the series next year on May 3rd. I can say, in fact, that this movie was amazing. I might go see it again this weekend, and it's definitely something I may watch maybe even 3 times. So if you have not bought your ticket yet, go online, make a purchase, you won't regret, and that's all I have for you all today.
Anyway, this is Jai and I's final show here at GC360.
Yes.
We are heading into the big world and graduation next week.
Don't remind me.
I know, and I just wanted to say a huge, genuine thank you to every single person that has gotten us this far, our GC360 news crew team, and all the viewers that every week support us so much and help us live our dreams in the future. So I will carry you with me on all my endeavors.
Yes, I can't say anything else. Harley kind of said it all. I'm going to try not to cry, but Saturday I'm coming for you when we cross the stage.
Woo! Wish me luck in those stilettos, man. Let me tell you, but GCSU, we will miss you tons. Up next
is our local corner.
You'll be joining Adrian Gardner to see how you can do some learning and have lunch at the same time. That's all for entertainment this week. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Hello all, my name is Adrian Gardner and I'm back again with Local Corner. Every month the Gibbs Center hosts the Lunch and Learn, which is an opportunity for students to sit down, eat a great meal, and get a chance to learn different skills that you usually don't learn in other settings. Our very own Elizabeth Wampler went to a recent Lunch and Learn, and Madeline Olaf, the founder of GC Shelter Buddies, did a presentation as to how she left her legacy. Let's see how the Gibbs Center helped her start.
So I was really lucky that Georgia College has the Gibbs Center. I was like, you know what, I'm doing something with community service, people want to get involved with that, maybe I should go to the Gibbs Center, like the hub for community service, that makes sense, right? So the first person I talked to when I was in the Gibbs Center, her name is Britton Edwards, and she actually started the servant leader cohort, and I went up to her and was like, hey, I play with dogs a lot at the shelter, and other people want to play with dogs, what do I do with this?
Her entire presentation was so funny, oh my gosh. But this is all with the help of the Gift Center, and by doing these lunch and learns, they hope to bring in people to help enforce the big 4 cornerstones they uphold: leadership, legacy, collaboration, and volunteerism. Elizabeth also took it upon herself to briefly interview the leadership manager, Sabrina Brandt, to get her to talk more about Lunch and Learn's purpose and how it benefits students.
And what would you say like the overall goal of Lunch and Learn is?
I feel like a lot of it is networking. There's a lot of diverse people that come in the room. Some people are interested in hearing about Madeline's story themselves because they know her, or some people want to start their own organizations. Some people just are really interested in leadership development. So we have different types of people who may or may not know each other, and they get to really...
Are you interested in going to a Lunch and Learn? Well, if you weren't before, then I know for sure you want to go now. To learn more information about the Gift Center and how you can get involved, go find them on their Facebook page or go find them on the bottom floor of MSU. That's all I have for you this week. For now, let's go back to the news desk.
Thanks for the update, Adrian. That's it for news here at GC360.
And remember, when we're not on air, we keep you up to date on our social media pages and our website, gc360news.com. I'm Zaria Golston.
And I'm Ryan Bauman, always available to you. GC360, where news comes full circle.
Sorry, have you seen the Avengers yet?
No, I have not, but I do want to go see it.
It is fantastic.